right here with me, you're saying this, do not forget to give a like, right? And please try dropping your comments and, of course, asking your questions. This is El Guild providing you market insights, investment opportunities, trends, and everything that has to do with the blockchain, crypto, and everything in between investment and trading. So, yeah, you're welcome. So, you want to just ensure you're following us, maybe on TikTok or YouTube, wherever you get to see this, and stay to the very end. Now, I must say this at this point. We have, in the course of our previous stream on Binance on Tuesday, made a very clear analysis and prediction of the market. Now, I think this is something people on YouTube can also find because it's already been it was recorded, and of course to be uploaded on YouTube also. Now, this is it. Our analysis is very clear. We'll get into analysis, but let me just get back into what I want to do first, giving you the market news. What is market news as of today? We can read on CoinMarketCap, which also you can also get to read that on CoinGecko. Russia considers launching its own stablecoin, unveiling Dubai's bold crypto vision, which is deputy ruler and crypto.com explore revolutionary cooperation. Russia, considers domestic stablecoin amid USDT sanctions. Justice Department overhauls payment methods for victims. All of that. OKX returns to the US with new CEO and exchange. China's President Xi asks, Asian nations to unite against Trump, right? I mean, we all know what's been going on with the whole, tariff war and all of those, right? I think this is all, beautifully unfolding before our eyes. But of course, we must not, be in a rush to forget that this is going to be affecting crypto, irrespective of how anybody is going to be presenting it. I think I saw Carl's post on X, and it was saying stuff like, hey, there's going to be a flood. It's going to be a flood in the financial landscape, and Bitcoin is going to be like the Ark of Noah. Well, I'm not saying Bitcoin might not be an Ark of Noah. It can, but we need to face the reality, and the truth of this is obvious. Anything that affects the financial crash would, in some ways, all right, affect crypto. So we just can't, take that out of the old game, right? So, that being said, I think these are the top news. The next are talking about meme coins and the ones that have made some great rise, like this one I'm seeing. Pablo is still at Attic Pablo. It's a ROI of 8,300 percentage, right? And of course, lots more. Well, I think we need to begin to ask ourselves questions. Where are the dates of meme coins like Mudeng, like Peanuts, like Pep, and of course other great meme coins out there like Boom and maybe of course they're not financial advices. I'm just making mention of those, right? And also Shiba Inu, Doge. I think those grades of meme coins being some gems to find is gradually rolling out with the fact that there are terrible units and launches of meme coins in the old space, and anybody can create a coin, right? It's becoming more tough to find a gem coin amid all of this, but I think it's still great for me to say this at this point. If you ever to coin Gecko Terminal or which one is there? Yeah, Dex Screener and gmgn.ai, you would definitely find great meme coins that have already been launched. I want to say this right there, so you please take note of that. Some gem coins you're looking for are not the ones that will be created, are the ones already created. You just have to do the work of finding them. And I think the great highlight and proves that you have found a very great, gem coin. I'm gonna just spill the bean, so you can just know how to really find the best meme coin, the best of the bests of the best. The meme coins you found, right, that are already launched and have been in market for at least 3 months, and then you can check the Telegram and find them to be true, plus the fact that they have still this energy and they are being creative and they are being futuristic. You would see that in the way they are communicating on Telegram. You would definitely also see that in the way maybe their website is being what's it called, created. Everything is going to tell you this one still have some things to do with this project. Meanwhile, if you're on this live stream, don't forget to drop a like. I would definitely appreciate you doing that, because I mean it goes a long way in making those who will be seeing this also appreciate it. So now that being said, I think that's all. This news states that sensational $93 million Bitcoin transfer Abraxas Capital's outstanding exchange withdrawal. Well, I mean, we are not going to be surprised with all of these withdrawals, especially when we're in the middle of a bear market as we are right now. And I think it's apparent since I've been saying this from Q1. I mean, since January. If you head over to X, formerly Twitter, you would see my name, right, El Giord or David, whichever one, and you'd see the post we made there stating specifically that in this quarter going forward, I mean, speaking of Q1, we are bearish, and until proven otherwise, we will rather stake our, fund and our neck and our whatever voice on the fact that we are bearish in the crypto market. It's been like 2023 to 2025, 2 years of bull market, and but just how we didn't have so much of altcoins, right? We have meme coins pump. So I mean, I've talked about that so much, so I think that's very, very clear. And so that being said, I think what we should again be looking forward to is what is the market news saying. All right. I think I'll read this ECB announcing rate cut amid global economic shift and some other news like Russia finding a thought around creating its own stable coin. So we see what's been the major market move, right? Because there's apparently an alternative crypto that's created for every country to evade sanctions from big economies like the United States of America. So that being said, I think it's now bringing many informations to our tables, which is number one, there is an evasion of sanctions, and number two, there are ideations and strategic move taken by China and of course possibly some other Asian countries to overpower or compete or resist the Trump's tariff war. And then number three, there are still talks around meme coins, but not as it used to be. Number four, there are massive movement of funds from one point to the other. And of course, number five, there is an apparent ghost on eerie sound in the old crypto landscape. Now, the truth is this, amid all of this, there are still opportunities for anyone wanting to get into crypto and make one or two things with it. Now, what are the opportunities? I know I also do a major video about that, but I'm going to mention some few, which is you get in a crypto job, you reaccessing your portfolio, and of course readjusting them, focusing keeping them more around stables, and of course different stables like USDCs, USDTs, BUSDs, and different other stable coins. Plus you must also take note of the fact that you want to focus more on maybe having a little bit of exposure to crypto, not so much maybe just Bitcoin. Aside from that, just have more stable. And then what else again? Trade less, just trade less. What else again should I say aside from that? I think that's pretty much it. So bond more with your family. I think that's just the things that you can do to become more profitable. And if you have in real life jobs, please hold on to them very dearly at this moment. Because now the truth is the stock market's been crashing for the past few weeks now, and I think it's gonna go way more deadlier and bloodier. And I think the truth is the reality of a financial crash is going to be eating us in a place and in a way we don't expect. So you must prepare for the rainy days. And so I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. Well, memes, yes, memes. You can actually make do with memes, but you must do a thorough research, and you must do thorough, filtering. You must do thorough studies before you can come into saying you want to buy a meme in this bear market. And of course, if you will be doing that, you must be at some insider information, some very strong, solid analysis. Plus, you must only expose a very ridiculous amount. I'll give an example. You have $10,000 TAR, can only afford to give out $10. It's that serious. And so that implies, doing this because you want to do like so. Because $10 of 10,000 dollars would mean that you only, all right, can afford to expose 0.1% of your portfolio to such kind of memes that in fact have an insider information. Those are the ones that can do easy 100x. So from $10, if you do 100x, my brother, you've got $1,000. And I think if you've got $100,000 portfolio and you do the same thing using 0.1% of your portfolio, that will multiply 0.1 times 100,000. So 0.01, sorry, 0.001 times 100,000. So the amount you can afford to put, which is $100. So I think that's clear. Okay, so I think that being said, I think we're good to go. Let's look at market analysis quickly for the purpose of this video going on YouTube and probably on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, on TikTok. So what's the market analysis is saying? Let's come back to analysis of Bitcoin. If you've been following, this is what we stated. This is our statement that we're having reasons to think the market is going to be going up there, and I think we'll see it up there. That it appeared as if the market wants to break out of this trend line. This downtrend does not, draw the conclusion affirmatively that the market is outrightly bullish. It isn't. That has broken out of the trend does not mean that, right? We already understand the fact that the market is very, 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 trickish and or tricky. I don't know whichever one is correct, but yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. That we need to be very, very careful. And so there is a very strong flip zone here, which is a supply zone, which is a demand zone rather, turning to a supply zone. It was a demand zone here, turned to a supply zone here. And of course, the market's going to be retesting this. And my expectation of that will be that we're going to be seeing something like this, happening. The market will, sort of retest this flip zone, which is our S&D flip zone, supply and demand flip zone, and then it comes down. This place will happen again, and we can actually come like this, and then we're going to be going like that, like that. We are bearish, and there is no doubt about that. Everything is proving the fact, and we just have to hold on to that dearly. And so I think that's pretty much all it is we've got to say about this live stream today. Of course, the recap of this you'll find on YouTube and also on probably TikTok. I think that's just going to be like probably it, just to keep up with me posting videos and all of that. So I would really wish everybody is on the same page with me. And of course, you're dropping likes and all of that, and you're following. And plus, if you've got any AMA session or any of such thing you want us to discuss about, and then you want us to have a talk, a chit chat, or you have a group project you want us to promote on maybe Binance, where we've got about 21,000 followers, you can always hit me in my DM and let's know what exactly it is we've got to do. Please, that's important. And if you've got any roles, or you get any roles, or you have any roles, or you've got any roles that you want me to get into, do well to inform me. I'm open to freelancing gigs also. I think that's pretty much important, I've got to say. So, well, that's pretty much what I've got to say about the analysis, and I think it's very much clear and apparent. What we can see here is nothing short of the market wonders of technical analysis. So that the market is doing, probably going to be doing about a 8 or 10, at a maximum of 10%, my expectation, a minimum of 5%. Doing between 5 and 10% of pump does not validate a bullish continuation. It's only going to be telling us to check again and, of course, understand the market's direction. So I think that's pretty much all I've got to say on this matter. If you've got any questions, don't forget to let me know. Peace out. Don't forget to follow. Bye. I'll get his name. Subscribe.